And good evening, everybody, and welcome to Bill Ball Stadium in Exeter, New Hampshire. I'm Tom King, along with Rich McDonough. We are here for the NHIAA Division I semifinals, but before they play the game, they will play the national anthem. Here at Exeter, we're here for the NHIAA Division I semifinals. As we said, this is game 2 of your lacrosse doubleheader. It is number 6, Bishop Guertin, against number 3, the Portsmouth Clippers. Actually, number 2, the Portsmouth High School Clippers. And the winner will go on to face Bedford, which beat Nashua South 13-0 in the earlier game. I'm Tom King, Rich McDonough. We say goodbye to Tim O'Neill. We say hello to Dylan Smith. On camera, Pete Johnson, our executive producer, back in his nice, toasty, warm studio somewhere. Who knows where. But we have a game here, Rich McDonough, where Guertin needs to make up 5 goals. That was the difference the first time these two teams played. 16-11 in favor of Portsmouth. How are they going to do that?
I think by being who they are now. I think that was April 18th, I believe. They have played some serious competition.
Right.
And they have become a better team. When I was coaching Hollis Brookline and St. John's down in Maryland, D.C. area, I would say to the kids, experience is what you get when you don't get what you want. And they took 5 losses this season, which is uncharacteristic, but they graduated a ton of people. And now their younger players have stepped up, and they've become a better, more experienced team.
And that's the thing. It had to replace a lot of scoring from last year, and scoring is the name of the game. Now, the game we saw earlier was a stall ball game with Nashua South and Exeter. South kept the score down as much as they could. They trailed, 6-0, I think, at halftime. But it ended up being a 13-0 final. There won't be any stall in this game. They will be running up and down. The pace will be frantic. It'll be fast. And we'll just see. At some point, maybe one coach may say we need to slow things down if another team has momentum. But other than that, this game's going to be up and down the field, folks. This should be a fun game to watch. Portsmouth, of course, they were in Division II. They were Division II Dynamo. And they moved up to Division I, which is what a lot of people expected them to do. And they started out like a house of fire. I mean, they came in here to Destellos and just dominated Guertin in that game. It was 16-11, but the score really wasn't indicative of the game. It wasn't that close. So in my mind, I thought they were just going to run right through. And Leslie Wise said they are the team. They are the real deal. That's the team to watch.
Definitely.
But Bedford beat them. And now Bedford will have a chance to beat one of these two teams, to at least try to beat one of these two teams in the state championship game.
I got to talk to Sidney Grogan from Bedford just after the game ended. And as you and I kind of predicted, they don't care who they play.
Right.
Yeah, they're ready. As we saw, they can win handily in any type of game. Slow-down game, track meet, medium pace game, physical, and then when it all comes down to it, they've got good goaltending as well.
Right.
So anyway, there are athletes all over the field tonight. That's going to be fun to watch. They'll get it up and down. They'll also be physical on defense, and they cut and sweep very well from either wing.
Right.
should be interesting to see who rises up. Well, you and I were talking, you know, they've kind of evolved a couple of their key players from defensive-minded to offensive players.
That's it.
That's BG being.
Tess Prunier has become, she developed into a leading scorer all year.
Right.
But Maddie Hartsock is a defender. She's trying to get involved more in the offense. But I think for her, the draw is the key.
Draw is the key.
And that's what she does, and then she goes into a defensive mode. But that's going to be it. That was the difference in the first game, the draw, right? That was one of the things that Leslie Y identified right away that they had to do, was to fix the draw and get it going against good teams, against real good teams. They seem to think that they've done that, and here we are with a semifinal appearance, and we'll see how things go.
But Clippers are a powerhouse in scoring. They've got 317 goals this season. Huge. And they can score from everywhere.
Right, exactly.
And they've got 5-6 players who can put it in the net anytime.
Right.
Anyway, draw control starts out with Annie Parker, number 10, and as the aforementioned Maddie Hartsock at the dot there. All important. Tom King is possession is what?
10/10 of the law.
10/10 of the law.
And
right out of the gate.
Right out of the gate, the Clippers have it.
Yep, violation. And Clippers have their first offensive possession. They're nice and wide. They're going to spin it. 25-minute halves in girls lacrosse.
Guertin scored first in the opener. In the first meeting between these two teams, and then Portsmouth went on a run, and Guertin kind of hung around and kept that run down a little bit by halftime, but then Portsmouth pulled away.
Yeah, they jabbed back. Wasn't it 6-5 at the half?
I don't think it was that. Was it that close? I don't think it was.
Anyway, but then Portsmouth. Oh no, I'm thinking of the Bedford game.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that close.
Oh, it was 5-1, then 9-5.
Yep. Little contact.
Way too much contact.
Called. Are we going to get a yellow?
Just a foul.
She has it in her hand, but you never know when the ref's going to say, hey, you know what? I got something you want.
That was Jordan Gable, number 6, but right out, 1 minute in exactly, and here come the Clippers from the center hash.
Free position. Here we go. Score.
And that is Avery Runke. She's going to Loyola. She's a draw control expert, and or she's part of the circle out there. But that was a great first step, Tom, and then she drifted to the right and beat the goalie, Adair Linnell, top side.
Who is very much improved from the start of the season, according to Leslie Y.
I think so, but she stepped into all-state shoes with the graduation of McKenna Reiki from last year. Very tough to do, as we've discussed, Tom. I'm goalie, and I stepped into some big shoes in high school myself when our goalie graduated, and you're afraid of everything out of the gate, but she has really solidified that position.
No doubt about it. Was that Runke or on the goal? Who was that?
That was Avery.
Avery,
Runke.
okay.
There's Runke sisters on this Portsmouth Clipper team. They're very, very good.
Right.
And right on cue, Avery Runke picks it up, gets it over to her sister, Morgan Runke, number 17.
Right.
And back on offense go the Clippers. Their coach is JoJo Curro of the Curro sisters. Amherst graduates, I
McKinley's
believe.
not talking to her right now.
They smacked them pretty good in the quarters.
Not once, not twice, 3 times.
Yeah, they beat Sauhegan 19-4.
2 regular season games and a playoff game, 19-4. The regular season games were pretty much 10-goal games too. So
for the Clippers, watch number 10, Annie Parker. She's headed to Syracuse, and you don't go to Syracuse to play lacrosse unless you can bring the house, and she sure can. And she has scored over 100 goals.
The talent that has been on this field the last two games in the last 2 hours is
huge,
incredible.
I mean, you got 15 D1 commits.
Yep.
All right, another free possession from the 8 on the second hash there to the left. Big drive one more time by Avery Runke. She's got 2.
I didn't think that was going to make it. I thought that Edna Linnell had gotten a stick on it, but no, Runke with 2, and it's 2-0. Portsmouth 22-33.
Well, one thing she did right there was she evaded the squeeze from her left and drifted across the top of the crease and bought herself some room. So typically we see people drive the near post and shoot the far. She drove the far and drove the near and shot the far.
Okay.
Anyway,
and that's what you do. You've got to do something because the goalie knows it's coming, right?
Yep.
So you got to do something to kind of fool her.
Yep. And she shot back across the grain. You coach it that way.
Yep.
Yep. Well done by Runke. And it's why she is a leader on this team and headed, she's going to Loyola. And just when they need it, Maddie Hartsock wins a draw control, number 13. She takes off. Absolutely big pursuit by Ginger Vinciguerra. She's a freshman.
They thought they had the turnover, but no, the whistle goes against them.
Vinciguerra, number 4, is a freshman, Tom, and she is no longer a freshman. Kind of what I said about the experience thing. You know, she is a big-time contributor. She scores multiple goals in multiple ways. Excellent, excellent freshman campaign for her. Anyway, just under 22 seconds. Rich McDonough here with Tom King for Nashua ETV. Pete Johnson at the home office. We got Dylan Smith on the camera here at Bill Ball Stadium at Exeter High School. Carrying the ball high and over the top is Tess Prunier,
and you know
number
what?
11.
This is the difference in the game right now. This is what I think it is going to be. It's how well Portsmouth's defense can handle Guertin's offense. If Portsmouth plays defense, and if it's difficult for the Cardinals to score, because I think it's going to be easier for the Clippers to score. So that's the way I look at this game. It's up to what Guertin does on offense. It will determine the outcome here.
I agree. Now, they only had 4 games, did the Clippers, where they gave up double digits. They're surrendering only 6 goals a game.
And one of them was against Guertin. It was 11 goals.
Right.
But look at that turnover, and here comes the fast break.
But look at the pursuit wheels from Cameron Schmidt, number 14.
You know, when you watch girls lacrosse, it's like watching special teams in the NFL. Run, 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 right?
It's like a punt return.
Right. You just run down the field.
But when they get into settled motion offense and they're picking away, you got stacks on either side of the goal. It's really a thing of beauty to watch. They'll pick down, pick high, pick away, and they'll send cutters off of a cutter. We call that a draft cut. And it's a nice thing to watch when a skilled team can do it, and they're well coached by JoJo. Wow, going to the
down
dirt.
And a whistle, though. There's a whistle on the play. So is the goal going to be allowed? I don't know. Doesn't look like it.
I think it's similar to on the floor in basketball.
Yep.
Yep. It was not a quote unquote shooting moment. It didn't happen.
I don't know. I mean, she's yeah. Well, anyway, let's see this play. But I thought that should have counted.
Well, anyway, that's Annie Parker, number 10. She backs it out, sends it around.
It's a break for Guertin that it doesn't, because she's falling down, right? But while she's falling down, she's shooting it. Here's the play right here. She's going to try it now.
There's Ginger Vinciguerra. Good save. I tell you what.
That's where she has improved this year.
Off stick low.
You know, because this is her first year as a starter in goal.
Yeah, she's only a sophomore. She's
right,
a kid.
You know, right, exactly.
Right. But that off stick low, that's the hardest save as a goalie.
Yes, to bring the stick down and make the save.
Yep, and across your body.
Yep.
Oh, that's a great check, but too much contact. You can't check through the stick like that. That's Morgan Runke, who's a real good player. She had 4 goals in the first matchup, Tom, this season, and another too much contact. Refs will do a quick restart. Already in mode. Carrying the ball is number 20. That's Skylar Neftali. And gives it over to Cameron Schmidt, number 14.
Key possession for Guertin. I don't think they want to fall behind 3 or 4 nothing in this game. They want to get something on the board as quickly as they can.
Agreed. Yeah, and Portsmouth's not going to, you know, their identity is their identity, and they've got 8 seniors, Tom, and, you know, no matter what BG does, Portsmouth is going to be poised. BG just has to do what it needs to do and do it well, and no unforced errors. One thing they really would like to see is force some free possession shots, because you got a freshman goalie in the cage. She's very good, but freshman goalie, you know, I think there's some weaknesses on their free possessions there.
Yep. Let's see. Top of the circle now, making the play. What do you think? Cutter?
There's a good cut. That's
double teamed right away. They score.
Annalise Campbell. But yeah, way to recognize that. Absolutely. Absolutely, and there was a little bit of ball watching going on there.
Yeah, there was.
And Campbell saw that and went down the slot.
And shot.
Yep, there you go.
So Annalise Campbell, number 2 for BG, a must goal in that situation for the Cardinals, and they get it. trailing now 2-1.
I think that lets them breathe. They're like, okay, the advertised juggernaut in the Portsmouth Clippers showed what they can do very quickly. BG had a good possession there, a good save, and that was one of my keys to the game was we got to have some good goaltending if you're the Cardinals, and they went and turned that into pay dirt and allows them to breathe. So we are in the game.
Yep, definitely.
All right, but Portsmouth can run. Like I said, Tom, and you and I were talking about it, they have athletes everywhere at almost every position.
All over. They win the draw, and they have the ball.
And they spin it wide for Coach Curro's offense. They'll get into a set, and right on cue goes Morgan Runke, goes into the middle, leaving wide open space. Going to her left is Sally Collins. She's going to UMass.
Aimed low and got it. She had
a nice split dodge, beat her defender, and then carried the ball back to her left and got it into her left side, beat the goalie low, and there was no shot there for Eder Linnell
All right,
in the
Rich
cage.
McDonough, I am going to head down on the field.
I'll miss you, Tom.
I know you will.
Anyway, good luck down there. All right, Tom King's going to the field. Rich McDonough will stay in here up in the booth with you. 17:39 in our first half of our girls D1 semifinal here at Exeter High School and Bill Ball Stadium. 3-1. 3-1. The Clippers are up, and we're not even 8 minutes in. All right, back to the draw circle, the all-important draw circle. Go both teams. Excellent draw control player in Annie Parker. She does everything, and that's why she's going to Q's. And this time taking it is Tess Prunier for the Cardinals. Ball control goes right to Morgan Runke, number 17. She carries, dishes down the left slot, and carrying down the left slot and to GLE. That's goal line extended. Go the Clippers. Charlotte Marston, who's a great, great attacker. She's headed to Colgate, and she can get it done. She's a very physical athlete. Very difficult to defend. She's got the ball at X. That's the area we call behind the goal. We call it X, directly behind the cage. And you got two players for the Clippers below GLE, and you got an umbrella kind of formation. And here come the stacks coming near side where your camera is. 17-minute mark even. Clips up 3-1. Marston dishes outside. Lots of green space in front of her. Marston offers up a nice pick and a give and go. That is very textbook Portsmouth defense. They do a lot of gives and goes, and the ball hit the turf and killed the momentum. They're going to try it again. Got a little bit of a weave going for the Clips. Annie Parker carrying the ball, takes a shot, goes wide. Breathing a sigh of relief is Madeline Eder Linnell, number 88 in the cage for the Cardinals. Again, she has evolved over the course of the season, just got going as a sophomore, and that's what happens. I was a sophomore myself as a goaltender and was afraid of everything out of the gate, but you learn it, you start to own it, and she has done that. And they're going to need her real sharp as the game goes on. Approaching the 16-minute mark. Big swing and a shot by Morgan Runke, and an awesome save by Eder Linnell. Right on cue, just when we talked about how she's evolved as a goalie, she makes an outstanding save, and that is big. That motivates a team. 15:50 now, under 16 minutes, and beating from GLE. The Clips rising up. So a great face dodge, a cut right on top side of the crease. She gets to the island and puts it in the back of the net, and it is instant offense for the Clippers. 15:45 in the first half, and it is all Clippers, 4-1 over BG. And the girls are taking a break. We're going to do the same, and we'll see you on the other side. Rich McDonough here for Nashua ETV.
Final Forms, a proud sponsor of the NHIAA Final Forms.
All right, and welcome back, everybody. After our timeout, Bishop Guertin huddled up and discussed some things. They find themselves down 4-1 at the 15:45-minute mark in this evening's semifinal D1 girls lacrosse game. Rich McDonough here. Tom King's down on the field for a little bit. Dylan Smith, on-site producer, just taught me how to work the soundboard. He's a mentor and a cameraman extraordinaire, and we've been lucky to have him. I've been lucky to learn a bunch from him. But back to the face-off dot we go in this all-important face-off moment, draw circle moment. winner of this game goes to take on the juggernaut Bedford Bulldogs, who won in a shutout earlier over Nashua South, 13-0. All right, BG wins a critical draw control there. That's Tess Prunier. Her dad coached my son in middle school at Hollis Brookline, and a big lacrosse family. Her brother played, and Tess is going to Holy Cross. They have a good family connection to Holy Cross. I just saw her uncle, who's a friend of mine, Kelsey Warren. He's in the stands tonight. And a good crowd supporting both teams here, and the Bedford girls are down in the stands in front of us. All right, BG's on offense right now. Go wide, cutting through the middle is Cameron Schmidt. She's got wheels. Nice dish and too much contact, and we got a free possession unless it was outside, not in the critical scoring area. And here we go. That is number 20, Skylar Naftali, an attacker, a junior attacker. She's got the center hash mark, and she's got a real good first step. Watch her go lightning right to the cage. Bang, beats the goalie. That's Sage Becerra, who's a freshman, but that was a big shot and a big moment for Naftali, and she leaves, no doubt about it, 14:41 in the first half, and it is now 4-2 in favor of Portsmouth. And I was saying earlier, they have to convert on their free possessions. You have a freshman goalie who's not the tallest player in the world, and big under the lights moment, and you've got to convert those free possessions if you are Bishop Guertin. And maybe Naftali heard Coach Mack talking about that, and she buried it. No doubt about it. It was moving too fast for freshman goalie Becerra. All right, 14:41, back to the draw circle we go. And as usual, it's Annie Parker, number 10 for the Clips. And Tess Prunier punches it out high, goes real high, comes down in favor, and that looks like Maddie Hartsock, number 13. She's headed to Flagler. They had a great season going. The last time I checked, they were finished up at 17-2. Fantastic season. Her brother attends Flagler and is on their lacrosse team, and they also made some noise down there in the Sun Conference. Anyway, good control, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered up for Bishop Guertin. They get into a lot of offensive players stacked up high, outside the 12-meter, and they're all outside the 12-meter now. And they spin it around the top side of the 12-meter, and they run Kyra O'Connell through X, clears out some room. Too close for comfort on that pass. Portsmouth gets the ball to the turf at the errant pass, and battle for it ensues. There's a foul, quick restart in favor of the Cardinals. Again, they're wearing green and white. They are the 6th seed in this year's tournament, and the Clippers are the 2. BG are the defending champs. They beat Bedford last year 13-7 in the final right here. And to get here, they beat a good Dover team 18-9. They doubled up the Green Wave, and you got green and gold consequently in the semifinals and looking to get to another championship evening against Bedford. Again, I talked to Sydney Grogan earlier, who's going to Yale, All-American from Bedford. She doesn't care who they play. Wow, what a great speed dodge. That's number 14, Cameron Smith. She gets around the defense, lightning quick, drifts across to the top side of the crease, and buries it back of the net. 13:01, and it's 4-3. BG found itself down 4-1. Coach Y called a timeout, and clearly whatever she had to say in that huddle, Leslie Y, has made an impact on her team. And they are a different looking team overall and athletically even after that timeout. Anyway, 13:01, it's 4-3 now. Back to the draw circle we go. And Tess Prunier has had some good moments since she righted her ship, if you will, since the Clippers are playing Clipper ships. But she's been punching it high and creating some 50-50 balls. That one goes way long, 10 yards away. And picking it up is the Syracuse-bound Annie Parker, number 10. And she controls it, bangs it down the alley, heads it toward GLE in the hands of Charlotte Marston, who works through X, and Ginger Vinciguerra. She's a number 4. Like I said, she's a freshman, and she is not playing like a freshman, and really got rid of her preseason jitters. And nice sweep out there by Avery Runke. Again, headed for Loyola. Tries to put it in her left, but got fouled en route, and consequently it comes back to the 8-meter mark, second hash, for a free possession. BG can squeeze and change the angle. Nope, she opts to bang it out to the left. Too tall a pass, though, but it goes to Marston, who collects it at GLE. That's goal line extended. 12-11 left in the first half. Clippers up 4-3 and looking to create some more offense. They patiently wait and look, and then they get into a little bit of a weave. You got a bunch of players below the goal line now, and lots of clear out room. You got a pick and roll. Nope. Annie Parker keeps it for herself and gets fouled en route in the critical scoring area. And with the clock running at 11:45, she will get herself a free possession shot of her own, or a look at least. And she is left hash, left of center. And you got the very speedy Jordan Gable, number 6, on her right side. Let's see what Gable has to do. She can't get there. It's a great first step, and even better save. Great look, and Madeline Adair-Linnell, number 88 in the cage, has made 2 dynamite saves in the last few minutes, and that has given the Cards some momentum, and certainly keeping a juggernaut scoring offense to 4 in 15 minutes or 14 minutes is something to be reckoned with. All right, carrying the ball is Morgan Runkel. She dishes off to Vinciguerra, who gets really hammered at the goal line. A blocking foul. So she'll Vinciguerra, number 4, she puts it in her left. She's at the dot, which is below the hash. There's a free hash mark below the 8-meter arc. It's pie-shaped, and that hash is below. It's hard angle, and the very, very talented Jordan Gable on defense runs her out to the side of the post and below GLE. Portsmouth hangs on to it, keeps possession. That's a long possession for a defense to play. Cameron Schmidt splits the field there nicely, but too much contact, checking through the stick right there, and that's going to result in yet another free possession from the 8. How many times can BG dodge this bullet? And here we have Morgan Runke, number 17, very talented player. Again, she had 4 goals in the first game. Takes a big hard shot, finds the back of the net, makes it 5-3 at the 9:53 minute mark of 9:52. And after seeing its lead shaved to 1, they go back up by 2 after a good long possession and several looks at the goal, including a number of free possession looks from the 8-meter. And that drives coaches nuts when it keeps happening. And Coach Y looks a little bit exorcised down there. But possession being 10/10 of the law, as Tom King, TKpedia says, back to the draw circle we go. Easiest way to stop a run is by getting possession on the draw circle. And Tess Prunier has been doing a real good job, but she's facing a Syracuse-bound high quality player in Annie Parker, number 10. And they punch it out to the side. Nice ground ball by Avery Runke, number 13. She gets 2 sets of knuckles to the ground and picks up a ground ball in traffic. And yet another settled possession for the Clippers. We are under 10 minutes now. It's 9:30 in the first half. Clippers are up 5-3 in the semifinal of girls D1 lacrosse here. Winner will take on Bedford coming up. And as I said earlier, the Bedford girls are all here watching. I don't see any notepads, but you know they're taking notes. Great jab step and move by Annie Parker. We just called her name out, the Syracuse orange-bound player. And the speed with which she got to the top of the island, that's the area in front of the crease, was impressive. Faked a good head fake right, a little jab step, and went left. Nobody's catching her once she gets around the defender's hips. Nothing but nylon in the back of the net there. And it is now 6-3. And Portsmouth is punching back after BG had a little mini run of its own. 2 goals in a couple minutes there after they found themselves down 4-1 and called that timeout. Portsmouth took a deep breath, it seems, and they got their ship righted. Again, they scored 317 goals this year while only allowing 113. That's pretty darn good. They had 2 shutouts as well. And they have their only recent tough game was 11-10. They played Central Catholic, I think ranked 8th in the top division in Massachusetts, and they won 11-10. If they get into serious double digits, Bishop Guertin's going to have its hands full. They already got their hands full. 8:45 and counting in the first half. Bishop Guertin is down 6-3. And Portsmouth, as Tom King said, has risen up from D2. They were locks at D2 so many times. What a move by Morgan Runke. Good little face dodge and then zings it into the corner of the net. There was absolutely no chance for Madeline Adair-Linnell there. And Morgan Runke, she scored 4 goals in their first game. She's en route to do the same. And it is now 7-3 in favor of the Clippers at 8:29 in the first. So BG had made its little mini run and cut it to 1 goal. And Portsmouth has punched back, and now they're up 4. This time at the draw circle, looks like we're going to see number 2, Annalise Campbell. In girls and women's lacrosse, you can both stand on the same side of midfield line for the face-off as long as you're both towing the line. That is allowed. And one more time, it's Annie Parker, number 10 for the Clippers. Again, she's headed for the orange in Syracuse. And we've seen it. She is a dynamic, fantastic player. All right, let's see what happens at the draw circle. We got number 7, Lauren Redfern. She's going to Villanova for the Cardinals. She is fast, flat out fast. If she gets the ball, or if you see her cutting off ball, watch the speed. Portsmouth's going to do everything they can to not let her get into rhythm, but she has to get in rhythm. She's one of those players who BG needs to get in rhythm. Same thing with Ariana Kukalakis, who's a midfielder, number 12. We want to see her get in rhythm out there if you're the Cardinals. And there she is, left side nearest the camera. And she draws defense from Sally Collins, again, who's going to UMass, and who herself is an awesome athlete. Good cut there by Kyra O'Connell, number 5, nothing doing. Don't want to force it into traffic when you don't have to. They back it out, get it outside to Naftali, number 20, who scored a goal earlier from the free position. And she draws contact and draws herself another free po from the 8. Again, I've said, they've got to convert their free possession opportunities. They want to draw as many as possible. Naftali has a great first step and long strides. And there she goes, bang. And a big, big time save by the freshman, Sage Besser. And that is big time. The coach is going to love that. That totally fires up your team. Yeah. And Naftali just had a perfect look, and Sage Besser punched it away with her knuckles. Outstanding goaltending right there. All right, back on the clear go the Portsmouth Clippers. Both teams clear well. They're good ball handlers. They keep their spacing very well. They're disciplined in that regard, and that comes from both coaches. Too much physicality, too much checking right there. Stays with the Clips, and number 11 out there is Lily Patterson, who is another freshman. Number of freshmen have made an impact for Coach Curro here. Vince Aguera, number 4, the goalie is a freshman. That's outstanding, and they have a great feeder program out in the Seacoast, and you're seeing the results of it now. 6:26 left in the first half. Portsmouth is up 7-3. Rich McDonough here for Nashua ETV. Tom King will be back up in the booth. He's down on the turf doing some work for the Telegraph. And we got Pete Johnson in the home office, and my man Dylan Smith is here producing and on camera. Great to be with you. Girls D1 semifinals winner goes to face Bedford in the championship game. Backing it out sensibly is Annie Parker, sets up her defender. What a roll, absolute roll. And we got a foul there before Adair Linnell made the save. So it doesn't count. It doesn't count as a shot. We saw that earlier where she scored a goal falling down. But much like basketball, if it happens before the shot, it's ruled no shot. But she gets free possession from the second hash. She bangs it outside to the top. Great feed, tic-tac goal, 5:25, and Portsmouth Clippers go on top 8-3. And after having their lead cut to 1 in a little surge by the Cardinals, Clippers are on a run of their own, and 4 unanswered goals just like that. Didn't take long. They had scorers at every single position on offense, and they all can close it out, and we're seeing it. Once again, Annalise Campbell, number 2, is going to go to the dot for the Cardinals. Can't see through the trees there, but my bet is Annie Parker is going to take another face, and that's exactly what happened. She's terrific at the draw circle there. And again, she had 4 goals in game 1 between these two. That was a 16-11 win by the Clippers on April 18th. All right, procedure, little foul. That results in a technical face-off win, but you take them all. Possession is what you want, and Portsmouth's getting a lot of it right now after BG had its mini surge. And we are coming down to the 5-minute even mark in the first half, and Portsmouth is up 8-3 and seemingly having all the momentum. And it's been in the offensive end for Portsmouth almost exclusively for the last 5 or 6 minutes. Marston wheels and deals at GLE and rises above 360, just misses the cage. Portsmouth's closest to the ball at the moment when it goes out, and that's the rule. You retain possession. You'll see a lot of chases back there, but it's whoever is closest to the ball at the moment when the ball goes out of bounds gets possession on a shot. Had it been a pass, it's a turnover. Marston gets to X. She carries in her right, dishes to Island, catching it in traffic is Sally Collins. And we got a foul called on the Cardinals, and that results Collins will pick it up in her cross, and she's got a free post shot from the 8, and it's at the center hash. And Collins, who is UMass bound, very athletic, also has a really good first step. And can Cardinals squeeze her from the side? We'll see. You've got the very athletic Jordan Gable, number 6, on the right, and she's very good at turning shot momentum or trajectory away. She tries, but no way, not going to happen. Sally Collins buries it, 5-hole, and the run continues for Portsmouth.
Boy, does it ever.
Tom King is back in the booth, ladies and gentlemen.
This is just a clinic right now, 9-3 Portsmouth.
Yep.
And you just said it, athletic. They are the more athletic team on the field.
Clearly.
It clearly looks that way. And that's gotten them a lot of their goals.
Well, they are relentless defenders. They haven't had to play a whole lot of defense lately. I was just saying, Tom, that they've had about 6 minutes of possession in the last 7 on the clock. And what are the results? They're on a 5-goal run after BG had cut it to 4-3. But as we discussed earlier, one way to stop a run is to win the draw. And back to the dot we go. Again,
this is quite a run.
It is a great run.
6 goals, 4:14 left in the first half. They may reach double digits by the end of the half. You don't want that if you're Guertin.
Nope.
Not at all.
You want it to keep it around between 9 and 12.
I'd say you don't want that. You want that halftime score to be 7-8. 3, 8-4, 8-5.
Oh, I meant the game score.
Oh, the game score. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it.
If you're in the mid-teens and you're Portsmouth,
you're Portsmouth, forget it. Done. See you later. You can't match them goal for goal.
I mean, they've got scorers at every single offensive position.
Right.
So you can't cheat. You can't do the early slides, or they will just rip you up. Oh, and not being able to handle it is Lauren Redfern. She's so fast. She's going to Villanova, but you got to handle those passes. A little too much traffic there. Corsair, the goalie, sails one a little high, and collecting the loose change there is Cairo O'Connell, number 5. BG has 3:33 right now, and they've got to do something. I think this is a critical possession here, Tom.
I think it is too.
They're all critical, but this one's particularly critical.
I think it's huge.
You've got to put it.
They've got to put the ball in there. They can't give up 1 or 2 more goals.
And there's an unforced error.
Yep.
3:10 and a turnover.
JoJo Curo very fast to flip the ball to her players. The clock's running, no doubt about it.
She is all determination,
oh
is Coach
boy,
Curo.
she's down there. Yep, exactly.
Yep. I love her motto. In addition to her winning.
Look at that dodge. Look at that move.
And they're a great save, but the rebound goes right to Ginger Vinciguerra. That's a good play by a freshman in traffic, number 4. But how about that speed dodge by Annie Parker?
That was just a great move. Great move by Parker to just get right in there.
All right, and Vinciguerra goes from the second hash on the right side of the arc.
Where do you want to aim this?
5-hole.
Yeah, I'm looking at the spread right there. She's got her legs apart.
And a good save down low.
That's always tough to make a save with your stick when you've got when you're standing that wide apart.
Yeah, versus 1,000 years ago when I played in college ball, the goalie stances have changed to fill up more space, Tom.
Evidently, and she, did the trick.
But you don't care where it hits you. If it hits you in the ankle and the shin bone,
I
just let it go.
I care where it hits me. Oh.
But you got to let it go, and she did her job.
Yeah,
you got to make ugly saves. Good job by first-year goalie. All right, big time possession here for BG. You don't want to hold it too long because you're down 6. But you have to attack the goal. There's a little give and slip.
A whistle.
A little pick and a slip there.
Guertin's going to get the ball. We'll call that on the Clippers.
You don't want to just feed it because your playbook said pick and slip.
Mr. Yellow hasn't made an appearance yet in this game.
Not yet.
No, I imagine it will. He will.
Well, with all the physical players here, it's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
And then with BG forced to make some plays. All right, good dish there, indirect by number 12, Ariana Kukalakis. I called her name a little while ago.
Well, we haven't called Pruner's name at all, have we?
Not in a while. She won a couple of draw controls, and that was huge in the BG mini.
But they need her in the offense, Rich. They really do. She was their go-to all season long.
Naftali, number 20, is showing some serious jets. And here's one I want to see if you're BG.
There's an opening right there. It closes, and there's some contact.
And Kukalakis draws a real heavy blow, and she's going to get a free blow from the 8.
Yep.
Got to convert.
Minute 5 left to play in the half.
Berser made a beautiful save on the last free possession.
Oh,
taking the high side. Whoa, and missing is Kukalakis.
But if you're going to do that, you got to get the accurate shot. And she was going high, and there was space there. That was a goal waiting to be had. Another whistle.
And we got another foul. Yep, a little check.
We're under a minute to play. 9-3 to score in favor of Portsmouth here at approaching halftime at Exeter.
All right,
Division 1 semifinals.
BG, two hashes out from center.
Score.
Hey, and that was Annalise Campbell. I tell you, they needed that. Campbell's a good junior attacker, and BG needed that like oxygen.
No doubt about it. 9-4.
Number 2, Annalise Campbell.
Campbell with the score, and
didn't she have a sister playing?
Yes, she did. That's her second. That's her second goal of the game. And Guertin's fourth. So she has half their output right now, but they had given up a stretch of five straight Clipper goals, and that put them in a hole, and that's the difference in the game right there. That Portsmouth run, the difference in the game on the scoreboard, everybody. It's 9-4.
Well, and BG had made that little mini run, and they punched right back. Yep. And now Campbell's going to the dot against everything Annie Parker there. 49 seconds, BG down 9-4 after the Campbell goal. Having trouble. Well, as I was saying, you can be in women's and girls lacrosse. Both can be on the same side of the line, as long as you're towing the line.
Right.
All right, winner to play Bedford.
Guertin with
Good,
the big draw
good pickup.
win.
Huge win there. Maddie Hartsock with the ground ball and picks it up after the draw control and gives it to Redfern. Villanova bound, got some serious wheels. Find a way to
big if they
turn
can
her
cut
loose.
the deficit to 4 or even 3 before this half ends. This is a big stand right now. This is where I say that the difference can be what Portsmouth does defensively.
And Maggie Parker, number 3 on defense for Portsmouth, Tom. She's UVM bound. They got a really good team brewing.
The problem is Portsmouth is physical on defense, and they're going to get the whistle every time.
All right, here comes Campbell. Can she do it twice in a row?
Looking for the hat trick here.
And
Yep,
she does.
with a bounce shot.
Bounce
And-
shot off stick low, Tom.
And
Beautiful.
Guertin recovers to be within 4 with 15 seconds left.
Annalise Campbell.
All right, Campbell has flexed some muscle here. 2 draw controls in a row and 2 free possession
2
goals
goals
in a
in
row.
the final minute and a big draw control here. And you can bet if whoever wins this draw control is going to run like the wind downfield to try to get one more shot.
And it can be done. 15 seconds
Yep.
is for fast teams, and they're very athletic and fast. It's plenty of time.
So the Cardinals have seen the storm, and believe me, it's stormy out there in terms of the way it feels.
Oh, Campbell
And they
wins
get the-
another one.
They get the draw,
Really
and
good
here
punch.
they come.
Coach has a timeout, elects not to use it, fires it in. Here comes Tess Prunier.
Oh, she's got a shot
Beautiful
right there.
move. Oh, and just
Oh.
missed it left.
Just a tough miss by Prunier.
And that'll run out the clock, Tom.
And that'll do it.
Wow.
Had the chance to cut it to 9-6, but didn't do it. We got a good one here, folks.
Real
the
good
barn
one.
burner here in an area where it is freezing. It is Clipper weather. There's no doubt about that.
The roiling seas of the Clippers.
Exactly. So we are here at halftime. We're going into the score at halftime here at the Division I semifinals in girls lacrosse. It is Portsmouth 9, Bishop Guertin 5. Stay with us. We'll be back with the second half right after this.
Once upon a time, the stars played a big role in everyone's life.
They guided explorers, led the way at night, and sparked imagination.
Why don't we see any stars?
Today, we've lost sight of the stars. Most kids live someplace where light pollution impacts the night sky. Books and computers have become our only way to see the stars.
I only see one star.
That means we're disconnected from something our ancestors took for granted, and we are denied seeing the beauty right above our heads.
There's places, special places, that are different.
After a few hours in the car, you are transported back in time. The lights and sounds of the city are left behind. In the Maine woods, the sky looks just as our ancestors saw it. Here, the stars come to life.
Thousands glow bright in the night sky. Shooting stars fly across the horizon.
There is no need to be scared of the dark.
The night sky filled with wonder.
Whoa! Wow! So many.
All of this makes us think about how lucky we are to have places like the Maine woods.
There are way more stars here than in the city.
It makes us think about how important it is to protect them.
I see the Big Dipper.
It makes us wish that more people would want to see the dark.
And welcome back, everybody, to the second half here at the NHIAA Division I Girls Lacrosse Semifinals. The score is Portsmouth 9 and Bishop Guertin 5. A lot of scurrying around. It looks like there's a windswept shower coming through as we are ready to start the second half. It ain't beach weather, Rich McDonough. Tom King here with Rich McDonough. Pete Johnson, our executive producer. Dylan Smith on camera.
Lots of parkas just went on, and the umbrellas just opened
Yeah,
up.
umbrellas opened up, and some clouds and mist and everything else. It's just going to be one of those nights.
Don't like the weather? Wait 5 minutes.
No, I think you got to wait a few days for this. This is not. This stuff doesn't just disappear in a day.
Well, is this the last gasp of Old Man Winter?
I don't know, but this is ridiculous.
Well, I'll tell you what.
It's absolutely ridiculous for this day in June.
25 minutes to go. BG finds itself down 4, but they were down 6 with a couple minutes left in the first half. And that player right there, number 2.
9-3, and Annalise Campbell said, no, we got some more things to do here.
We got work to do.
They scored 2 goals, and they almost had a third on Tess Prunier's shot with about 4 seconds left.
That thing missed by an inch.
And BG goes into the locker room trailing 9-5, but on a 2-goal run after they'd given up 5 straight to the Clippers.
Well, Ms. Campbell over there, number 2, she put the team on her back in the last couple minutes. Can't win the draw control here. It's controlled there by Avery Runke, the excellent senior who's headed to Loyola, as we mentioned a couple times. And BG needs possession, finds none to start the second half.
Right. And again, I always say the key in this game is going to be how Portsmouth's defense can play against Guertin's offense. So right now, Guertin's got to play some stout defense because they've got to slow down this Portsmouth attack. The way you do it is with possessions, and they dominated those possessions in the last couple minutes, but they don't have it right now.
Oh, Runke makes a nice move and a nice pass.
And a score.
Finds Annie Parker.
Parker
Bada
was
bing.
triple teamed, just got her stick up, and Edna Linnell, I think, had moved out, and that goal was completely empty.
Well, and Parker elevated into the green space left when Runke made her dodge and speed dodge there, and that was really good IQ. She created just a body length of space, was able to catch it loaded and wheeled it and fired it into the back of the cage.
Maggie Parker with a goal, and that puts Portsmouth in double digits, up 10-5. They're doubling up on Guertin, 10-5, with just 42 seconds into the second half.
And they won the first game by 5.
That's right. And they get BG with a big possession there. Again.
And there's Ariana Kukalakos making something happen. She gets pushed. That'll stay with BG. She just got pushed.
Gotta win those draws if you're Guertin, because that's the only way you get back in. If Portsmouth wins the draw, and basically you don't, they haven't been stopped, I don't think, in their last 6 possessions. They've not been stopped. All right, we're going to make an executive decision here and take the headset off and close that press box door.
Please. Isn't that how they put Frosty back together? The little icy wind? Christmas snow. All right, 24 minutes to go, and we got a penalty out there. Missed that call, but it's a 2-minute player up for BG.
For BG, they've got to take advantage of this. Told you there'd be a card or a penalty sooner or later, and there was. Tell you who it's on in a second. The penalty is on number 4, Ginger Vinciguerra.
Yep, freshman mistake there. All right, here we go from the right hash at the 8-meter, free possession. This is huge, Tom, I think. Big shot, nice windup by Cameron Schmidt. She's headed to Bucknell, and you can see why there. She got the goalie gutting down low, beat her stick side low. That's a tough ball placement, but highly effective if you can make it happen. That does not release the penalty, of course. It is 1:08 remaining on BG's player up, and 10-6 now at 23:15 minute mark. You can get as many goals as you like, kind of like a non-releasable in the boys' game, men's game.
Yep, 1:08 on the penalty. 23:15. We got a lot of lacrosse left to play in this game.
Lacrosse.
It is going to go back and forth.
Let's see if Campbell can get another one here. One way to, and we have a procedure call. She went early, did Campbell.
That's
and
a
that'll
mistake.
turn it over to Morgan Runke.
A mistake, and now Portsmouth gets a man down, and so they'll try to probably just kind of run that clock out and then hold on to the ball.
And it looks like BG's going to press, being player up right now.
You want to force the turnover and try to take advantage with that. With Portsmouth's penalty for more than one goal.
But Portsmouth has speed at every position.
Right, but they won't shoot here. They'll try to whittle the clock down. It's 32 left on the penalty.
Well, you can see the goalies creeping out to offer some shade, allowing the BG players to press out a little more. Got a little bit of a backer look right now. You know, your player up, don't want to double? I guess not.
Well, there's 15
and
seconds
anticipating
left.
the pass there.
Well, they still have the ball. They were ground ball's another key in lacrosse, and Portsmouth just picked one up.
5 seconds left and player
they're not
up.
Going to. As soon as the release is done, then Portsmouth will get back into their regular offense, and now the player has been released.
All right, mark that down at the 22-minute mark.
So the penalty is over, and now it is still a 4-goal game. Guertin gets 1 goal off the penalty. 1.
And let's remember that face-off violation. Excuse me, draw circle.
Draw violation, yep.
Men's lacrosse player trying to unwind that. All right, carrying way out high is Avery Runke. Big speed dodge, goes to her right, gets hit really hard by Kukalakos. Whoa.
Oh, down she goes.
And she's feeling it. That was a tough check. Just draws a common foul, it looks like.
Now the question is, how injured is she? She's probably all right.
All right, they're asking for some help from the bench.
Trainer, huh? Wow.
21-23 in the second.
She went down hard, but now with the trainer, they are going to have to remove her from the game. That's what.
Unless coach calls a timeout, and probably no reason to do that.
Yeah, I don't think you want to. I mean, you get what, 2.5?
Yeah.
Is that it? 2.5. So
it looks like she caught it in the nose. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So you get bloody nose, you got to come out.
You got to come out, right? Exactly. And that's going to take a little time to fix. So she comes out, and going in for her is number 2, Addie Delisle, a freshman, going in for the Clippers. And Delisle will take the ball on the free possession.
Well, they've got freshmen contributing everywhere. And that's consistent with Coach Curl's wonderful coaching style. Nice
your mic
pass
is
goes
down.
across, trickles away in front of the crease. No dice. Ground ball goes to the Clippers once again. And back outside the 12-meter fan go the Clippers to set things up for Coach Curro. Handling the ball there is Lily Patterson, another freshman. But smartly gets it to Morgan Runke. Look at that nice split dodge there. Rolls back. Good defense.
Defense is doing a good job here, I think.
Good defense.
They're playing really good defense.
Now, Portsmouth has high IQ. They see that slide, they're going to elevate into space that it's left behind. They follow the slide and get to the green. All right, carrying the ball is Sally Collins, number 5, draws a whistle. And you got to be 4 meters away on the restart.
In case you're just joining us, Portsmouth looked like they might run away with it. They were up 9-3, and then Guertin closed it to 9-5 at the half, and now we're 10-6.
All right, Sally Collins at the hash below the arc, and a nice save there.
Yeah, nice save by Edna Liddell, and
Yeah.
Collins didn't really have much room to shoot. Edna Liddell closed off the angle, and now Guertin holds. We haven't seen much of that in this game, that Guertin has stopped Portsmouth on a possession. So here come the Cardinals.
Kate Daly with a good job clearing by herself. You haven't seen her a whole lot. Terrific basketball player. I think she was a 3-sport champion, Kate Daly. Soccer, hoops, and lacrosse. I don't care what state you're in, that's tough to do. All right, 1940 in the second half.
No, she's been and a defensive minded player in all three sports, which is not easy to do.
Not at all.
Yeah, a little defense and a whistle blows. Guertin will get another free possession and a restart.
Clock ticking down at closer and closer to the 19-minute mark.
Yeah, I think at some point this game's going to be tied.
This is huge.
That's what I feel.
Big first step. Got a
shot
good
over.
check on it at the finish of the follow-through there.
Guertin retains possession.
That sent Tess Prunier's shot.
Oh,
high.
look at this.
Oh, and Campbell
What
gets
a
robbed.
save.
Stonewalled by the
Big
freshman
save.
Bussiere.
Oh.
Marked that one down at the 1850,
Wow.
but what a save. I thought Campbell was in there for sure.
Right.
And away go the Clippers. Carrying with speed is number 3, Maggie Parker. Again, she's going to UVM. Tess Prunier's cousin, Emerson, is right in front of us here. He's headed to UVM as well. He's on the BG. He's a senior on the BG boys team. All right, carrying the ball is Parker again. Good speed dodge. They
Shot
have worked that
score.
set
Boy, I
over
tell
and
you
over
what.
again.
Yep.
Draws the double. Somebody follows into the slide space, and it's easy pickings. Beautiful assist by Parker.
Goal, number 17, Morgan Runke.
Morgan Runke gets another. I think she may have 4 now.
That's Morgan, not
Not
Avery. Avery's got some goals in this too. So Morgan's got one. There, 17. Yep, she's got a couple in this game, that's for sure.
Yeah. 18-11 minute mark. Portsmouth parries, and we have an 11-6 lead for the Clippers now.
It's just that uphill climb you keep having to make. If you're Guertin, got to climb uphill, got to climb uphill. At some point, you either make it to the top, Rich McDonough, or you slide back down.
And right now there's a bit of gravel under the feet, causing a bit of a slide. It's the traction is very difficult. Good analogy. All right, but you can gain your traction back at the at the draw circle dot. And
They
that
will.
is exactly what Campbell has done. She gets
Oh,
checked hard
boy,
from
now
behind
she
by
goes
Runke.
down. Good grief.
Boy, Campbell's a good athlete,
Well, I'll
isn't
tell
she?
you what. They're playing for keeps out there, Rich.
No prisoners.
They are playing for keeps. Guertin with the ball now, down 5, 18. Plenty of time left in this game. 18:06. Lights are on here at Exeter.
And we got a yellow card out there.
And let's see.
And we got a
Portsmouth-
2-minute penalty. Yep.
Yep, Portsmouth, Morgan Runke.
Yeah, that mirrored the last one.
Yep.
That was who got that last penalty was that was Ginger Vinciguerra, the
Yep.
freshman. This time it's Morgan Runke, the sophomore. All right, Guertin has player up for 2 minutes, Tom. They got to do something with it here. You just feel
They had
it.
an advantage the last time. They only managed 1 goal. They need more than that this time.
They got to get some motion and get some cuts. Good. Here comes Kukalakis. And again, they're looking to elevate. And there it
Wow.
is.
Boy.
Boom, there's Campbell.
No one thought that shot was going to be taken.
Wow. She got from X to the island in a hurry.
And just fired it low. She hit it low, Rich, where it was about the only place she could do it.
Yeah, and the goalie, Bussiere, has been playing real well. But that was a beautiful low worm burner, we call it. 17:38 in the second. And with a player up situation, 1:33 left in that penalty. BG just cut it to 4, 11-7.
11-7, 4-goal deficit. Plenty of time left.
Boy, Campbell has really flexed in the last 12 minutes of play. Yeah, dating back to the first half there, Tom.
She has played awfully well, the junior. She'll be back next year. And
And
here is the all-important draw, right? All-important draw. Practiced over and over again.
Players who like draws and face-offs are a different breed.
Let's see how this works. Violation?
Little violation.
Violation.
Again.
Again, that's
2
another
in a row.
violation. Yep.
Player up and 2 in a row. And getting just happy hands there. You can't do it.
And so now Portsmouth will try to just basically stall the time, although that's a lot of time to stall. It's 1:18 to try to kill that penalty.
BG tried a little press last time they were player up and lost the draw control in a violation. They couldn't quite press out and get the job done. And we got a little too much contact there to push. Will they double? Nope.
Nope.
You want to create a long pass and then try to jump it.
And just basically running around. That's what they got to do. Kill that time.
You want to kill the clock. You just chew time.
Kill the clock. It's a hockey's version of a penalty kill, everybody.
That's right.
That's what this is. Although you have the possession and it's in the other team's territory.
That's right. Now,
so it's a little different.
Now Portsmouth.
30 seconds left on a penalty.
Portsmouth's end-to-end athleticism is a bona fide penalty-killing machine.
Timeout, Portsmouth. They take the time.
Probably a good timeout. You know, they're getting gassed, trying to carry the ball around the perimeter. BG was about to press out and maybe force some action along the sideline.
But you know what? 19 seconds left. Guertin would have had to make it out of their own territory, which is not easy to do anyway. But it would have been a tough road to score before that goal was scored, maybe before that time went out. So I don't know, but Portsmouth will have possession when they get it back, kill the penalty, and they keep the ball, and that's all important. And if they can score, they go back up 5.
And maybe a little anticipatory coaching by Jojo Curro. You know, if they pressed it and got the turnover, you end up with a bunch of defenders on Portsmouth who are gassed after running out as much clock as possible. So what do? You get your players a break. If you lose the ball, at least you're refreshed at that point. And if that's the way Coach Curro is coaching, bravo. I mean, that is excellent tactical.
Right.
In a critical moment, I think. 16:25 in the second half. The second-seeded Clippers are up on the 6th-seeded Bishop Guertin Cardinals, 11-7. Winner is going to see we know who now, right, Tom?
Yep.
The Bedford Bulldogs. They've been aiming at this since they took it on the chin last year on this field, 13-7 to these Cardinals. Different Cardinals team, obviously.
Right.
You know, they graduated a bunch of folks and 5 all-staters.
Right.
But they clearly have grown as a team themselves.
Right.
And, 11-7 game.
Yep.
You got a shot.
Yep.
All right, they break from timeout. Looked like an animated huddle down there.
Well, it was.
Portsmouth. They're fired up.
They're fired up, but they know that they got a problem, right? They know they've got a Guertin team that isn't going away.
And with the restart here, you can squeeze the ball. You can frame it out, and you're on the sideline, so it's like having an extra defender there.
Yep.
I thought they were going to triple, but they're not. Okay, so bracketing Annie Parker, headed to Syracuse. That is big time, top 5 team in the country.
Yeah. Here we go.
And you got Hartsock, and it looks like Prunier on her. No, Kukalakis. She goes left and gets around Hartsock, gets to GLE, carries across the cage.
Man.
Bada bing, bada boom, bada back of the net.
Wow. That is unbelievable.
That is an All-American move.
That is.
Player down, squeezed by 2 defenders, and just blows by Maddie Hartsock en route to Syracuse and en route to that cage. No chance for Madeline Adair-Linnell. And at the 16 mark in the second, Portsmouth goes back up on top by 5, 12-7. And what could have been if you're Bishop Guertin. You had 2 player-up situations for a gross 4 minutes, and you had 2 violations after goals on the draw. Very difficult. Possession being what, Tom?
10/10 of the law.
10/10 of the law. I love it. All right, but you got to win face-off. Excuse me, you got to win the draw here, and that's Annalisa Campbell.
Guertin does.
She gets it to the carpet and gets going, gets pushed, and doesn't draw it.
Big draw win for Guertin.
She does draw a push.
Big draw win for Guertin, because if Portsmouth wins that draw, they come down. They have a chance to go back up by 6.
I'm sure she is griping at herself for those 2 violations, Tom.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But get one and make up for it.
Here's a chance.
All right, carrying below GLE is Tess Prunier. She's at X now looking.
In case you're wondering, we're back at even strength now for both teams. So now Guertin will set up. The Cardinals looking to stay in this game. They're down 5. They've been down most of the game. In fact, they've been down the whole game. They've never led.
Well, they got to be looking at this saying, wow, but for a few miscues, we're in a 2-goal game. Campbell.
Wow.
Good defense there by Avery Runke.
Runke was really right there.
Wow, in her grill.
Yep, made sure the stick didn't get too far, but was still a factor.
Right.
Footwork is the big key. You've got to have that footwork.
Oh, what a cross-crease pass. And taking it in the chops is Kukalakis again. And they call it, and she's going to the free po at the 8-meter there. Wow. She looked stick to the face, and she barely flinched. That's a tough athlete right there. She's 2 hashes to the right of center. And she's being bracketed right now by Emily Kumpf. Can't catch up with her. And she finds the back of the net going high over the goalie's head. Top shelf right under the crossbar. And BG makes it 12-8 at the 14:47 minute mark. I said Kukalakos has to contribute there. And she sure did it on that one, Tom.
Definitely.
She's committed to Elon. Is the junior. All right, and Campbell goes back to the dot.
And Kukalakis got the break with the restart. See, that's the thing is Guertin is playing. Guertin knows that the Clippers will be very aggressive on defense and probably foul, or at least give you a free possession, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's an interesting switch up. They just sent Morgan Runke to the dot, and they have Parker out on the circle. And she punches it up high. Parker with that athletic
and Guertin comes up with it.
Kukalakis had it and lost it.
Yep, no. Guertin keeps it.
Yep, they had to blow it on the contact there. Just too much.
Guertin keeps it.
All right, gets it into Maddie Hartsock.
Chance to cut the deficit to 3.
Hartsock, long strides, looking right. Carries it down to Naftali, who bangs it down to GLE. And through X, find the hands of Tess Prunier, who gets it over to Campbell, who's really had a good run here, except for those 2 violations. She has been a force of nature in the last 15 minutes or so of play on the field.
This is big. This is Guertin's most important possession of the game right here.
All right, you got a little weave and motion up top. A little bit, they call it spaghetti. Ball's at X with Campbell. She got her defender hung up, Tom.
Look at this.
Here we go. She elevates over GLE. Nothing doing. Draws a double. Bangs it back in.
You know what, Rich? She
Tess
should have shot it right there. She had a chance. She should have shot it. She waited too long.
She got squeezed right at the end, though.
She waited too long.
But at least she didn't force it. They still have the ball.
Yep, and that's just it.
All right, and Prunier bangs it over to Kukalakos, who wheels it around the perimeter.
You can take your time if you're good. You're only down 4, and there's still plenty of time left. 13 and a half minutes to play.
Boy, and they shut down a speedy Lauren Redfern there, Villanova bound.
They forced her outside. Now there's a move right there.
Too much. Cameron Schmidt, who's got real good wheels, almost overcooked the grits there.
Now this is an indirect or a direct here?
This is direct at the 8-meter arc.
Okay, here we go.
And she is fast, and she's got a great right hand. Let's see what happens here. Villanova bound Cameron Schmidt. 13:07. This is critical. And a good low save, good low shot.
Good low shot. And what did the goaltender do? Covered it up right away so no one could get it and scoop it out of there.
A little bit of a rebound, and she clamped it.
Yep.
Didn't need to use any of the 10 seconds to get it out. Cross. All right, on Prunier there, but it's a quick restart. Clips got it. Number 3 is Maggie Parker. Real fast, as I said, she's going to UVM. She bangs it over. They get it down the left alley, get it to GLE in the hands of Marston, who's a real good player. As I said, she's going to Colgate. She bangs it right back up top to Avery Runke. Again, she's going to Loyola. Lots of D1 players out there, Tom. Real impressive.
So here we go. Forced outside.
Oh, good head fake.
All right, what do you do here, Rich? If you're Portsmouth, do you take your time?
Yeah, I think so.
12-8, 12:09 to play?
Yeah, but you don't refuse a great look, obviously. You want to play your game. You don't want to take yourself out of rhythm. You don't want to abandon your personality.
Right.
And what a move. What a
shot.
move by Parker. Bullet, back of the net. There's no doubt about where that was going.
That's a back breaker. That is a backbreaker. You have all the momentum in the world. You get stoned down on one end, and Portsmouth scores on the other to go back up by 5. You cannot break that momentum. They try and try and try.
And you and I were just talking. Do you want to chew some clock? Sure, right? Gets you closer to home.
Yeah, but all of a sudden,
But Parker,
you do that, you lull Guertin to sleep, and Parker just all of a sudden turns the switch
and
on
she
him.
is really the
There she
identity of
goes.
that offense.
Yep.
Huge jab step, huge first step, and then there was nothing but a sea of green out there for Clippers on that one, and she buried it. That was a great
Wow.
play by Parker. No,
Boy, the
no
Cardinals.
question why she's going to Q's. 11:54, and they're up 13-8 are the Clippers.
Violation, and Guertin will get it.
All right, Campbell takes it. Number 2, she carries, gets some pressure from Runke. Quick restart, she keeps going,
And you know
carries
what?
that momentum.
I haven't kept track, but I think Guertin, other than the 2 violations by Campbell, has won almost every draw because of the whistles or clean.
For a while, Portsmouth was
Right,
dominating
I mean,
the
talking
dot.
the second half. I'm talking the second half.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I think that's got to be what Coach Y said. It's like we've got to take possession. 10/10 of the law, of course.
Got to do it. I mean,
Yep.
you have to have the ball to score, and because Portsmouth will get it every time, and they'll score. It's tough to stop.
All right, 5-goal lead for the Clippers with coming down to 11 minutes. Totally doable if you're Guertin.
But the thing is, you've got to break the stride
That
here.
is good defense. A little bit too much. Oh, do we have
do
another
we have
card? Come on, we
Yeah,
do.
we do.
And this one goes to Avery Runke.
Wow.
That'll be 2 minutes. This is the 3rd time the charm, Tom, for maybe multiple player-up goals. Coach Y certainly hopes so. All right, restart from where the foul occurred in the hands of the very speedy Naftali, number 20.
11:03 left to play in the game. 11:03, everybody.
If they can get a couple of goals here, it is a dramatically different game.
It's a 2-minute
All right,
penalty.
here comes the weave. Here comes the cut. Cutter, no draft cut there. I thought Redfern was going to go to ball.
Of course,
Nope.
Portsmouth's got to be careful.
Here's
They can't draw
Kukalakis.
another one, right? They got
Yeah,
to
if
be
you have
careful.
2 players down, that's
Yeah,
very
that's
difficult.
very difficult.
All right,
sure.
Naftali has some good wheels out there. Good defense. Good defense there by Sally Collins. Again, she's going to UMass. Very athletic player.
Oh,
Excellent
score!
shot. I'll tell you
No
what, there's Campbell again.
No one thought that was coming. They thought she was going to pass it. She just flipped it down low.
Well, there are 3 things that happened. She got plenty of space from X, Tom. She is fast. We've seen that, and she's very aggressive. But she turned, she got over GLE to the island, which is that area on either side of the crease, and she used her defender as a screen. No way that Bussiere could see that one.
Unbelievable.
That is high IQ.
That really is. That's great lacrosse right there.
And look at the time on the penalty.
Yep.
1:27 and counting. What Campbell cannot do is have another draw circle violation here.
That is number 5 by my count for Anna Campbell.
Had a great run here starting at the end of the first half.
13-9, 10:30 to play. But more importantly, 127 on the man down. And the Clippers get the draw.
Well, Sally Collins. Yep, we got a restart from just outside the box there. Collins has the ball, number 5. Behind her there is Kukalakis, number 12. Collins bangs it over to Lily Patterson. Again, one of those freshmen who made a real good impact. She takes a chuck in the back, no call.
So here comes Portsmouth killing off a 3rd penalty. They scored one a player down earlier.
I think BG really has to take a shot here and press.
No doubt about it. They need the ball back. They need to score. They're down 4 goals.
All right, that check to the stick was too much.
How many
Ref had to call
times?
it.
How many times can you get down by 5.5?
All right, and she drops the ball, puts it on the turf, kicks it toward the end line. No dice. Big scrum. And it goes. Sticks with Clippers.
Boy, I'll tell
Got
you.
interference.
Yep.
Boy, BG can't get out of its own way on these player-up opportunities here. All right, handling the ball is the very reliable for freshman Lily Patterson, number 11. She gets outside the restraining box, outside the critical scoring area. Ref has a quick restart here.
Yep. Touched it with a stick.
Haley LeBlanc has to give her 4 meters there.
Dangerous pass for Portsmouth, but they pull it off.
Right. But, you know, anytime you get it to Sally Collins, you have instant ball control.
And that's what she's doing right now. And the penalty is up, and now it's full strength. Guertin gets a goal on the man down, but that's it. They haven't been able to score multiple times on these penalties. I think one they didn't score at all. So
3 in a row. They just got one. And the 2 face-off violations draw circle violations really hurt. But Portsmouth, with all that athleticism, shows that they can, you know, play every aspect of the game, including penalty killing.
Right, some finesse.
Look at the ball handling.
This is going to be
Puts
tough.
it in her left.
Shoot it.
Wow.
A save. Whistle blew. Let's see.
That was Ginger Vinciguerra, the freshman.
It's going to go against BG.
And we got a yellow card here.
Against the Cardinals, who can ill afford to be a player down 4 goals.
And that was Maddie Hartsock with too much checking into the halo. You get a 7-inch zone around the player's head. You can't check into that, and you can't check her stick into the halo.
Right.
It's a safety rule, and it's a good one. 8:23, and now Portsmouth is player up, I believe, for the first time in the game. They back it out. They want to choose some clock. They got 2 minutes to look it over.
8:20 to play in the game.
I tell you, even if you get to the other side of this 2 minutes.
Oh, here, look at this.
Oh, what a big save.
Save by NHIAA, one-on-one. Robs her.
That was a stonewall.
Wow.
I'm a goalie, and I was loving that one, Tom.
So now BG, though, they're down. They got to
down
get
a
the
player.
ball over.
Very difficult to clear when you're a player down. And who's going to get that one?
It's going to go Guertin ball. So no call in terms of any kind of penalty with that contact. So 7:38 left to play.
I mean, that was almost a bull dodge.
Boy.
7:35. It's getting physical. All right, carrying the ball is number 23, Kate Daly. She's physical, period.
Right, minute 7 left to play in the game, in the penalty.
Right?
The penalty.
Right.
Not in the game.
TK with the time machine.
7:21 left to play in the contest.
Yeah, you can't wait it all out, I don't think.
No, they got to go for it.
You got to treat it like end of the half or something. Choose some time, but then go into your offense, some sort of offense at the 10-second, maybe 15-second mark of the penalty.
You're down 4, you can score quickly.
Sure, but they're not.
Yeah, that's the problem, you know.
And Portsmouth doing a little bit of a press, elevating his Campbell. No,
and they try it.
Too long to look at it.
Yep.
She tried the question mark dodge, didn't look at it.
Turned around and fired a quick shot, but really didn't have an aim on it.
Nah, Brissaire saw that coming all the way.
Yeah, she sure did.
They sealed her off with a double on the elevation, and that forced her to turn into the question mark.
8 seconds left in the penalty. Guertin will be full strength in just a matter of a blink of an eye, and that's going to be it for the penalty. Here comes the Cardinals.
And look at the speed.
So we're even strength. Now we get to see what happens with the Clippers at even strength, up 4 with 6:14 to play, and how they play it, Rich McDonough.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got to take some chances now. You got to press at 6 minutes even by the time I finish this. And here, you got your old reliable Annie Parker.
Look at the speed. There she goes. Oh, they closed it off that time.
Good slide. That
good play by Guertin.
That was Campbell again.
And the whistle goes, and it's not going to go Guertin's way.
No, that was Jordan Gable. My bad. Number 6.
The Gable got called for something there, and it's going to be Guertin's.
Yeah, we got a free po at the center hash.
Yeah, that's a tough one because Guertin had really shut off that rush.
And this is Annie Parker. I mean, Coach Curl wants him to chew a little clock here.
Parker had a burst of speed, but didn't get a shot off, and then there was a violation on Guertin.
But BG's been good at squeezing those free possessions, so
yeah, but Parker
that's wise.
Yeah, but Parker just took off on that play. I thought she'd get a shot off.
Pass is too tall.
Oh, they wanted to go low on that. You see that? They wanted to go low. Wanted to fling it low, but they're too far out. Portsmouth ball again.
All right, indirect from the 12-meter fan here in the hands of
but the clock continues to tick.
Runke.
5-0, 5 minutes left in the contest, everybody. 4-goal deficit for the Cardinals.
And there's Morgan Runke, defended there by Kukalakos, I think. Oh, what a save. What a save. Darren Linnell is coming up big here, Tom, in these one-on-ones.
Boy, she sure is. And now this is going to be
good riding pressure there by Vincent Guerra.
This is going to be big. Big possession, but she's got to give up that ball. She's got to give up that ball because they're down 4. They need the ball. They need to score. They got to get it downfield.
I tell you what, Vincent Guerra is freshman. Her IQ on the ride.
Oh, dangerous pass in the air, intercepted.
I think it was tipped by a Portsmouth stick, but carrying the ball. Great feed. Looking at Marston. Buries it with her right on the near post, and that makes it 14-9, 4:07 in the second half, and maybe the game. A 5-goal lead at this juncture, very, very difficult. And we got a timeout called on the field by Bishop Guertin.
So Marston with the goal, wow.
That was huge, and really, I mean, great play by Sally Collins there.
So that was Charlotte Marston?
Correct, number 21, she's Colgate bound, yeah. She had 3 goals and an assist in the first match between these two teams. And that was just too easy once they, unforced error, Tom.
Yep.
Clear. I really believe that one of the Portsmouth players tipped that pass and changed the trajectory of it. And with all the BG momentum going upfield, once Portsmouth got it going the other direction, it was lights out. And you've got so much speed on the Clippers team that, and they kept their spacing beautifully.
Yep.
Tic-tac goal. It didn't take long once they got possession.
It was perfect. What a play. But the interception just changed everything. The speed from Portsmouth just gave Portsmouth a burst of energy, and they got a quick goal because Guertin was really caught. Everybody was downfield.
Right. And I tell you what, after Adair Linnell made that another, one-on-one snuff right there, you could see BG's bench was all fired up. The whole team.
All set. They thought they had a chance to cut that deficit to 3, and instead, that just is a backbreaker.
That tip and interception. But this is what talented, well-coached teams do. They make these plays.
Yep.
And change momentum in a heartbeat.
Rich McDonough, it is 46 degrees.
Is it really?
Here in Exeter. 46. That's about, this time 4 nights ago, it was about 40 degrees warmer. That is quite a drop.
It was 40 in our barn the other night.
This is 46 degrees.
Is that actual?
That is actual right there, 46.
All right.
4:07 left, 14-9. Portsmouth. Those are the numbers you really should be paying attention to.
Tom King's also going to write the weather report for tomorrow.
You know what? The weather report for tomorrow, take a look at what's out. I don't have to write it. Take a look at what's outside.
Is that what it is?
Rinse and repeat.
Okay. Good movie day then. 4:07, Tom. 14-9. Draw circle time.
Just a big, big goal.
And Morgan Runke, she's been punching the ball high and letting the athletic people on the circle get it.
I just come back, 5 goals, right? It's all in 5s. They lost by 5. They're down by 5.
She punches it high.
First time they played each other, Rich. They lost by 5. They're down by 5, and they gave up a run of 5 to put themselves in this position. And now Guertin's going to try to bounce out of it with 3:55 to play.
55.
There we go. At 5.
Isn't everybody's Hollywood phone number 555?
All about 5s.
All right, BG got a violation.
Got to shoot it.
Oh, what a save by the freshman. That's a fantastic.
She's made 4 big saves in this game.
Tess Prunier had a lights-out look at that. Great shot. Oh, too tall.
And a rare turnover. Let's see.
Not yet. You got to come up with it.
Come up with it. Whistle blows. No. Yep. It's going to be Guertin's ball.
The Guertin ball. We got too much contact from behind there.
Guertin ball. A rare turnover by the Clippers, and Cardinals still have life with 3:17 left to play, and with about 2 minutes left, Richmond. Then I'm going to have to go down on the field to see the reaction.
Guertin needs, I think, 2 goals in the next minute.
They'll probably call timeout at some point, don't you think?
They've got both in pocket, I believe.
Right, they do. They haven't called timeout this half.
All right, we're under 3 now. Naftali handles the ball, number 20, bangs it out top around the perimeter. Kukalakos turns and rolls, bangs it Good
chance.
traffic pass, whiffing
Just
and going
wide.
wide of the net.
Just wide.
Wow, is number 14 Cameron Schmidt. She's got all that speed. All right, elevating is Campbell from below GLE and at the X, and it trickles outside the
But
arc.
there's a whistle and a call, and it's going to go against the Clippers. There'll
Yeah.
be a restart for Guertin with
And they-
2:29 to play.
And it's ticking.
Yeah, the clock
All
is
right, we
keep
got a
going.
free possession at the 8.
Yeah.
This is huge. Oh, good move in traffic by Campbell.
Score.
And she buries it low left side of the net. Can't get there is Broussaire. She's been doing a great job, but that was just too hot to handle. And all of a sudden at 2:14 with the clock stopped, BG has cut the lead to 4, 14 to 10. First game was what, 16-11, Tom? It's kind of smelling the same. Different flavor. Tom King's going down to the field in a minute or so.
Take it away. 2:14 left. There's a stoppage. I'll take advantage and go down.
All right, Tom.
We have got a game here. 14 to 10. Guertin.
Always fun doing these with you, Tom. Enjoyed
same
it.
here, but these
Yep.
games are intense. I'll tell you that right now.
All
But
right,
you
read
got to think Guertin's got to close this to 3 at some point, 3 or 2.
Read the Telegraph tomorrow, folks. Always fun. Good luck, Tom. All right, 2:14, 14 to 10. Punching it high is Campbell. Can't get there. 50-50 ball ensues. Who's going to come up with it? It's Kukalakos showing some wheels. I would have called timeout there. No dice. You got too much contact. It'll stay with the green and gold. BG gets it over. Beautiful pass to Schmidt, who does a nice fake and gets a blocking call. Can't do it, just like basketball. You got to move. You got your cylinder. You can't take the other players away. Didn't happen in the critical scoring area, so it goes to the 12-meter fan, and we'll have a restart once that whistle blows. We're below 2 minutes, 1:50 left to go. Rich McDonough here solo now that Tom King has left the booth. And signs of life for BG. They got to convert right here. They really got to do something with inside of 20 seconds. Maybe a slip. All right, here's one that can get it done. It's Redfern, number 7, buries it. All that speed headed to Villanova. Bada bing, bada back of the net. And all of a sudden at 1:38, they did something in 20 seconds. 14-11, down 3 now. Only 3 are the Cardinals, and they got a little bit of momentum. They've got to win the draw. That is vital. You can't do it without the ball. Can't do it without the ball. Possession, as TK has been saying all season long, is 10/10 of the story in lacrosse. 9/10 of the law. I'm an old lawyer. 10/10 in lacrosse. And refs just trying to clean things up at the dot. Again, 1:38, hitting the reset switch. 14-11. Clippers have been up almost the whole game, and they've had leads of 5 and 6, and it has been cut to 3 in the waning minute and a half. Winner will face Bedford in the championship game. Big time lacrosse coming up. And we have another face-off violation, and it's going the Cardinals' way this time. Campbell had a couple of her own. This time she's the beneficiary of one, and she carries down the left alley looking, and now coach still has a timeout, so be wary of that. Campbell's at GLE, bangs it in through X, finds number 7, that's Redfern. Very quick, she elevates and gets it in the back of the net. She drove to the island, gets a low worm burner, gets under the cross of Broussaire, and that didn't take long. 24 seconds, and it is now 14-12. We got a timeout on the field, and Bishop Guertin has cut down that 5-goal lead in a hurry to 2 goals, ladies and gentlemen. They got a timeout on the field. We're going to take one last timeout for network presentation. This is a barn burner. Do not go away, or if you do, come back real quickly. We'll see you on the other side of the break. All right, welcome back from our timeout, ladies and gentlemen. Let's tee it up one more time. BG just got a goal. They're on a run. They've cut a 5-goal lead to 2. 1:14 on the clock in this girls D1 lacrosse semifinal game. Back to the draw circle dot we go. BG's got to get possession. Otherwise, a great athletic, fast-running team like the Portsmouth Clippers can close it out in a hurry. Campbell's been winning a ton. And we got a violation one more time. And back to the green and gold it goes. Campbell takes off like she shot out of a cannon, gets it over to Kukalakos, who carries it down the left alley over there, far side of the camera. Tess Prunier, number 11, feeds it. Naftali can't handle it, but the loose change goes to BG. Pass in traffic, hits the deck again, and picking up is Kukalakos. She has been on the spot down the stretch here. We are at 45 seconds and counting. Redfern real fast, goes left. She's got a big left hand. Great cut, cannot handle it is Cameron Schmidt. Number 14, it hits the deck and it goes to the Clippers. 36.5 seconds left on the clock. Clipper ball. BG has to get into a real hard ride here. All right, they set it to 33-7. That's drawing a little bit of ire from the crowd. Ball is in the hands of the Clippers. That is number 3, Maggie Parker. 2 sister acts on this team. Again, she's going to UVM. She's a good ball handler. Takes some contact there from Tess Prunier. But stays with the Clippers, and they are looking to run out the clock and warm up the bus. Carrying the ball is number 24, Sadie Alati, senior midi. And Marston, number 21, just goes way high. 2-1. That is your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Portsmouth Clippers take all the heat they can handle from the Bishop Guertin defending champion D1 Cardinals. And it is Portsmouth in its first year here in Division 1 after elevating from D2 where they were perennial champs. They take punch after punch after punch and survive the waning minutes of this awesome semifinal game. They will go now to face the Bedford Bulldogs, and the collision, the clash of titans that a lot of us had seen all year coming is going to be happening. It should be a good one. Listen, Nashua ETV, what a game. We are lucky to cover the semifinals. We did a joint broadcast with Bedford Community Television earlier in Game 1. And I'm Rich McDonough for Tom King, for Dylan Smith here in the booth with me, who's a great cameraman, for Pete Johnston back in the home office. This has been a whole lot of fun, ladies and gentlemen. Dial it in, dial it up, and watch out for a great title match coming up between Bedford and the Portsmouth Clippers. Have a good evening, everybody.